And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at the Pacers.
And this should be fun, guys. They see this team a lot, 4 times during the regular season. And so far, they've split the first 2. So they seem pretty evenly matched. A chance to build some confidence with the win tonight.
Both games featured adjustments from both sides. Different outcome, obviously. So this should be an interesting strategic battle.
Oh, nice to see a power forward like Collins throw it down. We know he can hit a 3, but go with the easy.
Just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. About a minute played so far here in the first. Pass to Nembhard. Indiana moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Collins grabs the miss. Suggs with the ball. Here's Castle. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one. Over in the corner, Mathurin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Well, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Pass to Castle. Out to the right wing. Back to Suggs. Here's Castle. For 3. Nembhard grabs the board.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing. This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Eason. Offensive rebound. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here we go. Halliburton on the wing. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Shot clock at 6. Halliburton with the bucket.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
The Magic trailed by 4. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. Now, we talked about Benedict Mathurin, their confident wing. Coach said guarding Mathurin is a challenge. He's got that it factor. So we've told our guys who are defending him, you have to try to match his intensity, or he'll eat you alive. Checking Benedict Mathurin, never an easy assignment. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Castle, following the score by Indiana. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Suggs in the corner. Another miss by Orlando. Indiana leading by 6. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Haliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side. A little relentless opportunity there for John Collins, the and one.
And Tyrese Haliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Driving inside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Over in the corner, Williams. His three-pointer's off the mark. Pacers leading by 8. Down low. Pass to Nesmith. And it's off from three-point range. And the Magic with possession. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Suggs with the ball. He's picked up by Walker.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Inside.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout. Woo-hoo, that's the athleticism you talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Walker in the corner. Indiana moving the ball over. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Shepherd. Fires the three. A nice shot by Nesmith.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so it's Indiana.
The Pacers, 20.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left. In this one. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Williams looking around. Over to the wing. Here's Black. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Turner.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
Mathurin hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Outside, Walker.
Well, there's tremendous defensive versatility with Pascal Siakam. He's got reach, he's got length, he's got timing, and he's got quickness.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. And stolen by Williams. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Boy, you give Jalen Williams any space, and my goodness, he will go to work.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Pass to Nembhard. 6 to shoot. Back to Siakam. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Let's get live.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Turner. Orlando grabs the miss.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Eason. And here's Collins. Covered by Siakam. Now Suggs. Shot clock at 5. From deep. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to talk to his guys.
Outstanding entertainment. One more time. Let's hear it from the 407 bandstand.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Siakam for 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Takes a step back. To the middle. No good that time. Good work defensively by Turner. Pacers leading by 15. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Some changes for Indiana.
Fans, get loud. That was the 407. Joe Villalba.
Pass to Neesmith. Indiana again missing. The Magic trail by 12. Here's Suggs. Back to Black. There's the triple. The Pacers pull it in. Stolen. Right wing. Eason gets a wide open look. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
To the paint. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Now the Pacers moving it up. And the dunk by Walker.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
With the step back. Here's Castle. Still without a basket. Got a hand on it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Suggs. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Suggs has got 6 in the quarter.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
To the inside. Pass to Neesmith. And the Pacers another three.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And it's Suggs missing. Takes a three. And the three ball is good.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And so it's Indiana taking a 19-point lead into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Out to the right wing. Here's Black. Connects from three-point range. Black's got 5.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Halliburton. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
To the paint. Here's Collins. And he makes good on the layup. And it's 6 points for John Collins.
Well, John Collins around the bucket doing work right there.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
Shoots it up. Clock at 6. Black, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now, here's Suggs. 9 points in the game so far. And he's good on the 3-ball.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Back to Halliburton. Shakes him. That shot off. The Magic trailed by 17. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Boy, Suggs gets up off his feet in a hurry, finishes that drive with authority.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Cuts off the pass. Here's Black. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now, Nembhard. He has 5.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Black. Now Eason tries again. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Turner with it. Stolen by Carter. From deep three-point land. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
We've seen him shoot at 40% from deep for a season, so Halliburton accurate from three-point land.
The kick out to Williams. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
Pacers leading by 14.
Substitution on the court.
Down low. Here's Walker. He takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Walker's got 6 points.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Here's Williams. The rebound by Shepard. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The kick out to Walker. Outside Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Walker with the rebound. Pacers leading by 19. Pass to Shepard. Takes the three. Good on the triple. Shepard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Black. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. "12 seconds left in the third. The kick out to Williams. No good on the three. Well, through three-quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Pacers.
The Pacers, 58.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Magic trail by 19. Here's Castle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Pass to Halliburton. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Kept alive. And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
That's a 2 for Mathurin.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Pass to Nembhard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Williams with the drive. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Look out. Because if Jalen Williams wants to put it on the deck and get to the cup, I would not lose my mind and step in front of him.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Outside Mathurin. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Magic trailed by 14. Over in the corner, Kuminga. No good on the triple. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Here's Nembhard. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
3.
And the Pacers lead by 17.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pacers leading by 17. And Indiana, another 3.
And nice read from Mathurin. He's always trying to get his teammates going.
Here's Castle. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Nembhard. Now Siakam. And a wide open look for Mathurin. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Walker taking his time here. 6 to shoot. Inside. Turner with the steal. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Halliburton outside. Pass to Siakam. Launches it. Carter pulls it in. The Magic trailed by 21. Williams inside. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Nembhard. No good with the layup.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Here's Williams. From deep, Walker. The rebound by Turner.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Williams. They need this one. Driving to the basket. And then Williams slams it in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pacers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just...
Let me that. Taste like candy.